Hey there, time to paraphrase again. The one thing that I put on the website in all of my tutorials that we aren't doing. The big point to remember when you're paraphrasing, don't use the same thoughts as your source. Use their ideas as inspiration to totally rewrite and rephrase your sentences. I don't think I'm teaching this very well, so I'm going to keep going over it and showing you example after example after example after example of what to do and how to change it. Yesterday, I asked us to paraphrase. This was the opening sentence. Kelsey Stringer realized her days in high heels were numbered when her children began to walk. What I don't want you to do is what's in this passage right here. They've just changed a couple of words. Kelsey Stringer knew her time in important heels. Important doesn't make any sense because what a lot of us do is we'll click on the word high, we'll go to tools, we'll go to thesaurus, and one of the words for high is important. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If it doesn't make sense, don't put it in your paper. Don't just paraphrase one word because the teacher told you to without asking yourself, does this even make sense? So we don't want to change it to Kelsey Stringer knew her time in important heels were over instead of numbered when her offspring instead of children began to toddle instead of walk. Don't use the same thoughts as your source. How do you change them? Let me show you how I did it. First thing I want you to do in the middle of the paper here, keep only the first and last name of the person. Once Kelsey Stringer's kids learned to crawl, then walk, then run, she knew she'd never catch them wearing her high heels. I made a joke out of it. I thought, wouldn't it be funny to watch a mom chase a kid around in heels and trip and fall down and break her face? If that doesn't work, here's one that's kind of an improvisation off something I saw a student do. I didn't remember the whole passage, but it started like this. Okay, they're talking about shoes. What's a story that talks about shoes? Cinderella. So they changed it to, once Kelsey Stringer became a mom, she knew she would have to trade in her glass slippers for more comfortable footwear. Her high heels had to go. So, both of these passages say the same thing as this, but they don't just change a few words. This is not a paraphrase. I want you to think of it as, it's not Mr. Hepler told me to change every fifth word. I want you to tell a story. I want you to make what you're writing into a story and come up with a different way to tell that story. Use your creativity and see if you can totally change the meaning and not just change word, 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 and word. When we're just trying to change every third or fourth word, it's like we're looking for the easiest way out of the problem. And I know you can do this. I'll keep working on it. I'll keep giving you lessons on it. But don't just change the words. Tell the story in a different way. Here I used a series. First they crawl, then they walk, then they run. Then she falls on her face. Boom, that hurts. Down here, what did they do? They told a story. They switched it into Cinderella. But don't use the same thoughts as your source. Change them up. And it won't take as much time as you think. I bet you'll have more success with this than you will with this. Because when you say, I have to come up with another word for green, good luck with that one. It's not about the words. It's about telling the story in a different way. And the words, when you do that, change by themselves. Thanks, bye-bye.